Government Street in downtown Victoria, BC. It's the 42nd Peninsula Co-op Santa Claus Parade. Proudly brought to you by Dodds Furniture and Mattress, Country Grocer, and West Shore Dental Center. Now, bringing you all the festive color and excitement, our holly jolly hosts, Stacey Ross and Paul Haysom.
Good evening, Merry Christmas, and welcome to CHEK's live coverage of the 42nd Annual Peninsula Co-op Santa Claus Parade. I'm Stacey Ross. It is magic here in downtown Victoria, here with my friend Paul Haysom.
Yes, what a night it is indeed. The stage certainly set for a fantastic parade. Organizations, companies, charities, we got bands, we got Santa Claus, we got Gordy Dodd, we got it all. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and thousands of people are going to be cheering the parade on. The 42nd Peninsula Co-op Santa Claus Parade stage.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful night. We're so grateful to be here on the grounds of the beautiful Fairmont Empress Hotel, and we are also with gratitude and respect broadcasting this evening from the territorial grounds of the Lekwungen-speaking people. Thank you to the Songhees, Esquimalt, and Wasanich nations whose historical relationships with the land continue to this day.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, we are about to get underway with the parade, but right now we're going to turn things over to our version of Buddy the Elf, Tess Van Straten, who certainly dressed for the occasion. Tess.
We are so excited. I'm down here at ground level. The police escorts are starting. They've been moving their crowds back. Massive crowd out here. If you take a look around, there's so many people lined up here around the Empress, lining the street, ready for this parade. The biggest Santa Claus Day parade ever in Victoria. It's my first Santa Claus Day parade, so decided to dress up as an elf and have lots of fun. There go the police escorts. I just took a walk back and looked at some of the floats, and it is amazing. There are so many lights, so many colorful floats, music, amazing costumes. This is going to be, I will say, the best parade we've ever had for the Santa Claus Parade, Stacey and Paul.
Thanks so much, Tess. Boy, it looks great. The parade is almost here at our location, but you know what? It does take a village, Paul, to create this beautiful parade and this beautiful broadcast that we're about to share with you tonight.
Yeah, big thank you to Kelly Kurt and the Greater Victoria Festival Society who put this parade together, the Fairmont Empress, as we said, and so many great sponsors. We just want to show you a couple of our sponsors. We're going to be thanking them throughout the night, but it would not be possible without these sponsors: Sunbelt Rentals, Totem Towing, Country Grocer, Dodds Furniture, and West Shore Dental. Thank you for allowing this to do this tonight.
Absolutely, and of course also thanks to the City of Victoria and the provincial government. We are going to bring you all the sights and sounds, and there you can see it. The big banner, the Santa Claus Parade, the 42nd annual, thanks to Peninsula Co-op for getting us started tonight. But of course, out front, every parade, as he has done for so many years, our own Kenny Podmore.
Yes, the town crier and consort Rhonda Todrick joining Kenny, and it is so good because Kenny was a little ill last year, couldn't make it, so he's back and he's ready to parade. He started back in the UK back in 1992, became town crier in Canada in 1998 in Esquimalt. He's taken part in more than 100 parades throughout that time.
Oh, he's really incredible, Kenny. Thanks so much for being with us once again this year. We missed you when you weren't. All right, here we go. Peninsula.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Doing it?
Let's do it.
Let's get ready to parade.
Peninsula Co-op, proud sponsors for this 42nd annual parade. We know that they're just thrilled to be here. They've supported over 160 various charity groups and events on the island this year alone. 450 people working together to serve our community, Paul.
Yeah, and they do such incredible work in that community. They give back $500,000 every single year to local initiatives, supporting everything like nonprofits, charities, youth sports, education programs. If they need support, they're going to support them. Peninsula Co-op is huge, and they're kicking things off.
Yeah, you know what the best Christmas present to receive is, Paul?
What's that?
A broken drum. You just can't beat it.
Okay, so now we want to let the viewers know there's dad jokes, then there's Stacey Ross Christmas parade, Santa Claus parade jokes. Right now we've got the CFB Esquimalt walking group, 32-person Canadian Forces Base Esquimalt marching contingent comprised of various units throughout the formation who have come together for this event, and I think they're playing a little Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, let's listen to the Naden Band of the Royal Canadian Navy. All right, we are so grateful for the folks at CFB Esquimalt for joining us here. They've got quite a contingent. We love the Native Band too. They're amazing. And here we've got some Navy League cadets as well. The NLCC Admiral Rayner. This is a cadet corps of 9 to 12-year-olds, and they do whatever they're called on to do, whether it's helping out at the Royal Victoria Marathon, the TC 10K, Buccaneer Days, any kind of military events. They're awesome.
Yeah, awesome to see them here again this year. NLCC Admiral Rayner, Navy League cadets. They do such incredible work. They're all donning Santa Claus hats, as you're going to see, belting out songs of the season and just really buying into the night. And it is such a fun night. And there is the Peninsula Co-op vehicle going by as well.
Was Mrs. Claus in that vehicle, Paul?
I think I spotted. I see Frosty hanging out the
Frosty.
side.
Absolutely. But I heard, that Frosty's girlfriend broke up with him because he was a total flake.
Okay, so we're two. I think we're 2 entries in and 2 jokes in. Okay, I don't think we can keep up that pace, but it is very good.
Okay,
very strong. And we just saw that incredible group coming through from the Naden Band, Royal Canadian Navy. The Naden Band of Royal Canadian Navy, they've been in operation since 1940, and I just want to give them another shout out because they do such incredible work in this community.
Oh, they're just brilliant. They really, really are. It's always such a great joy to hear them perform. Here we've got the Help Fill a Dream van. Thousands of sparkling lights symbolize the organization's commitment to bringing joy and hope to children and families who are facing some tough times, some serious health challenges, not only during the holidays, of course, but during the entire year.
So this is their return to the parade, Stacey. They were gone for 9 years. They are back this year. 4,000 lights are on that van, and that is on purpose because Help Fill a Dream has filled 4,000 dreams, so there is a bulb for every dream they filled. Let's have a listen.
The Greater Victoria Police Pipe Band. They're involved in all kinds of things, Highland Games, annual Robbie Burns Dinner, Police Memorial Parades, Canada Day events, Run for the Cure, and of course the Santa Claus Parade. They are playing a medley of Christmas songs for us this evening, and they are a performance duty band made up of police members, both retired and active from municipal police departments and RCMP, complemented by civilian players and instructors.
Fantastic. Speaking of the police, Victoria Police Department, the oldest police force west of the Greater Lakes. I think I got to say it like that. Today, the department's responsible for policing the Capital Core, a population of 80,000 people and growing, along with the 20,000 residents in Esquimalt. Vic PD opened its first community substation 1987 in James Bay.
Well, and I think that's Rudolph riding along on the top of that. And you know why Rudolph didn't make the honor roll in school, Paul?
Hold on. He was too bright?
Nope, he went down in history.
Oh! Mine wasn't bad, although I guess he'd be smart. Yeah. Okay, we've got the Victoria Fire Historical Society. They've been entering the parade for many years as the annual tradition of supporting these amazing events. The Victoria Fire Department Honor Guards leading the group, followed by some historical vehicles. Now, these vehicles are very cool. You're going to see them in a second here. So this is their new Victoria Fire Department truck, but behind it, you're going to see 2. A restored 1899 Charles Redfern steamer, which was in service until about 1911. And along with that, so you've got a 52 Kenworth and a 62 LaFrance on there. These are very cool machines.
Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite parts of the parade. And Paul, the best thing about the parade and going through the list of who's coming up is there are so many familiar faces, familiar entries,
yes,
and real crowd favorites, but there's a lot of new ones too. And this is one of my favorites year after year, these beautiful restored vehicles. And retired members of Vic Fire work so hard to maintain these antique vehicles and keep them looking and running great. And boy, we sure appreciate all their work because they're just breathtaking.
That steamer weighs 9,000 pounds. It's the number 2 hall on Michigan Street if you want to go check it out. And behind the firefighters, I believe we saw a Crime Stoppers vehicle that may or may not have had the Grinch inside. I actually saw this guy driving down. The Grinch wasn't inside yet, but now they've caught him. Thankfully, I don't think I'd touch this one with a 10-foot pole, Stace.
No, absolutely. And just before that, we did see the entry from CFB Esquimalt's Fire Department. They're doing their Santa Run on December 24th at Work Point and Naden and having a kids' Christmas party as well. They'll be there. So join them.
And shout out again to Crime Stoppers, Greater Victoria Crime Stoppers. Make sure You check them out, 1-800-222-TIPS, victoriacrimestoppers.ca. And then we have the Saanich Police Department behind them. I've got a few friends in the Saanich Police Department. Hello to all them.
Yay, so glad that they're here and keeping us safe. Don't worry, though. There's lots of people that are back at the station ready in case of emergency. They're not all here in the parade with us. So
This isn't a tell for criminals. So you just have to say, no, that's my community. I want to stay there. But, yeah, their Community Engagement Division, a Reserve Constable program at Saanich Police Department. They want to wish everyone a very happy holiday season, and we echo that. Thank you for joining us again at the Santa Claus Parade. And, oh, yeah, look at this vehicle. That thing's nice, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's it. Amazing. Oh, and there's Frosty again.
He's hanging out.
Yeah, he's hanging out. He's newly single because he doesn't have a girlfriend anymore. But
He was a play.
he was a flake. All right, this looks like the Saanich Firefighters.
Yes.
More entry from the Saanich Firefighters and their charitable foundation. Let's talk about that for a minute. Founded in 2001, operated by members of Saanich Fire Local 967. Countless volunteer hours and financial contributions by those members to make this happen. The money they raise each year spread out to many, many charity organizations in the community.
And coming up behind the fire crews is our team from CHEK Media, on air since 1956. Is that Ed Bain? No. Celebrating 15th anniversary of being independent. We are so proud to be not just broadcasting the parade, but in the parade. And we've got some special helpers with us this year, don't we?
We absolutely do. There's Brian, the doggone mortgage guy, with sister doggies Athena and Venus.
My God.
And we've got Jamie with his dog Joe. Oh my gosh, look at those sweet dogs. That's amazing.
Yes, they just do such great work, and I'm sure you've seen these guys all around town. They're tough to miss.
Oh, there's Joe.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, wearing the little Santa Claus. Oh, yes, I know. He's saying Merry Christmas. I speak dog, and that is saying Merry Christmas. But yes, they are joining our CHEK Media team, our team there walking behind them. And yeah, it's just, I want to remind everyone that we have a drive-through coming up next Friday, December 6th, our 31st annual drive-through. You can drop boxed, new unused toys at 3 locations from 5 to 7. Also cash and donations, all in honor of the Salvation Army, which serves thousands of island families.
Yeah, it sure does, and we're looking forward to another great night. There are drop-off locations, 3 different spots. We'll be broadcasting live from 3 different spots as well. We saw a little bit of an entry from the Mustard Seed there. Vancouver Island's most accessible food bank, offering services to those who really, really need it in our community. The charity partner of choice for the Greater Victoria Festival Society. They serve over 70,000 people in the Greater Victoria area every year.
Just fantastic. And behind that, you see the big rig. That's courtesy of Thrifty Foods. Nothing represents Thrifty Foods in the start of the Christmas season like the spirit of Victoria and the Santa Claus Parade. The community support also includes the Sendile program and the Community Action Fund. Now, these enthusiastic Thrifty Foods ambassadors are going to be holding out. These are cool. Samples, promo cards, and snapping and sharing instant Polaroid-style photos and handing them out to people along the route. It's such a cool idea,
Such
right?
a cool idea. And I know that this Thrifty's truck is going to be in the truck parade next weekend as well, which our own Tess Van Straten will be hosting. So that's always a wonderful event. And you know what makes we're talking about the photos, Paul, it makes them special. The frame includes a spend 25 or more and get 500 Scene Plus points. So that's like $5 in free groceries. So that's amazing.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And behind Thrifty Foods, we have the Couch and Lake Ambassador program. Here you see Second Princess Bella Robinson and Couch and Lake Ambassador Taya Davis. Desiree Carlson is the Royal Coordinator. The program's open to any young man or woman in grade 11 who lives in the Couch and Lake area. And they're going to be a little bit cold, but they're tough, these gals, right now, aren't they, on the back of this thing?
They are. It's the 80th anniversary of the program, and I know it gives so much to so many young men and women up in the Cowichan Valley. And just a shout out before we carry on to Corey Carey from the Esquimalt Lions, who is the head parade marshal, supported by members of the 858 Royal Roads Cadets Esquimalt Lions members. Thanks for doing all you do in our parade.
Yeah, and a shout out to Kelly Curta as well. I know she's a little under the weather right now, but Kelly, we're thinking of you. Thanks for making this thing tick. Scouts Canada is what we are looking at right now. Scouts Canada is a group From around the South Island, they're here tonight with more than 80 participants, including scouts and leaders. Now, for youth to experience outdoor discovery, community service, physical activity, and hands-on learning, there's no better place to go than to the Scout stage.
There sure isn't. There are 24 groups in Greater Victoria providing programs for youth age 5 all the way up to 26. Now, they've got a number of different programs here. We've got the Beaver Scouts, ages 5 to 7. They've got the brown vest with the blue hat.
The Cub Scouts, right? They're age 8 to 10 with the gray long sleeves on.
Then we've got the Scouts, ages 11 to 14. They're green long sleeve. Venture Scouts, 15 to 17 with the blue long sleeve. And Rover Scouts, aged 18 to 26. Thanks so much for them for coming out.
Totally. And speaking of rovers, let's throw things out to our rover, Tess Van Stratton, out on the parade. Tess.
Well, I just decided to catch a ride on the train, and it's lots of fun, lots of waves from the crowd, and nice to get off my feet for a minute to have a ride in style in the parade. You know, these elf legs get tired, you guys. But what an amazing parade. There's so much fun stuff ahead. I've gone back to look at what's headed this way, and so many lights, so bright. We're looking forward to all of the amazing floats coming up.
Tess getting a ride along with the Giza Shriners. Always a wonderful addition to our parade. Since 1957, they love entertaining all the kids twice a year during the Victoria Day Parade and here with us at the Santa Parade. Love those guys so much.
She was on the clown train, Loki, which is a signature float. Oh, everything okay, sir? Yeah, just making sure we're all good there. Now, the Shrine Clowns, like all Shriners, raise money for Shriners Hospital for kids, a free hospital for all ill children. They do such amazing work, and they always love to take part in parade stays. So.
Yeah, they really do, and I know they're such a fan favorite. Following up, we have an Empire Athletics cheerleading program located in the West Shore. Houses both recreational and competitive athletes as young as 4, but I'm looking right now, one of my favorite things is the horse-drawn carriages, so I was happy to see that one. Here are...
Clydesdale.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
I think it was Clydesdale.
I don't know.
Tell.
I didn't get a...
Caught the tail end of it, quite literally.
All right. Here we have these wonderful young athletes for the... Oh, it is a Clydesdale.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
It's amazing. And you know, I love that this parade with the backdrop of BC legislature, we talk about lights, more than 5,000 light bulbs illuminate there on the holiday season. They just had their legislature light up event yesterday, which is always a popular one. They added about 1,000 lights this year, which they're excited about, and they said next year they're going to try and add another 1,000. So it's just going to keep building on itself.
All right. Sorry, Paul, I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to talk about Jerry.
Please, let's
Jerry
do it.
is the 19-year-old Clydesdale who is pulling this tally-ho carriage for us. In 1903, the Tourism Association here in Victoria established the tally-ho coach. It's a welcome wagon for people, celebrating 121 years.
Yeah, and just right next to the BC legislature is where you'll find those tally-ho horses. Jerry is the best, but this is a family-run tally-ho. They take great pride in love and care for their horses, and I know that's very important to you as well, Stacey, right? We want to make sure that these horses are cared for.
They absolutely are. Each horse works less than 3 months throughout the year, and draft horses are so strong they use less than 17% of their actual physical capacity to pull a carriage. Thanks for being here, Jerry. Have a great parade.
Hey, Jerry, I can see him in my peripherals right now. Now we've got the Victoria Electric Vehicle Association, or as I like to call them, Viva Victoria. I know they're actually Vic Eva, but I wanted to do that. The Victoria Electric Vehicle Association is a nonprofit, volunteer-run association with a mission statement to help accelerate the change to sustainable energy since 2010.
They actually have about 3,500 members in BC, Canada, and globally. They, of course, work to advocate at all 3 levels of government on behalf of owners and citizens working for a cleaner, greener future.
I thought I saw a Volkswagen Bug there, so it looked like they had... Oh, there's a Cybertruck coming. Oh, my God. Should we move out of the way? Like, I'm scared of this thing. You've got EVs from VMC, GM, Ford, Rivian, Tesla, VW, Nissan, and Hyundai. And, oh, yes, everyone wants to look at the Cybertruck.
Okay, you know what? Most people I talk to either really, really love them or really, really don't love them. I think they look like something out of Tron, the movie.
I started seeing them when I was down in the U.S. over the summer. You see a couple of them, and you're right. Everyone just kind of stops and stares at it. So I think that's why they have to be so protected in case someone runs into it because they're not even paying attention. But either way, there is one of these Cybertrucks. EVs are, of course, a special hit with the public, especially kids. kids, and that is where the future is going. And our director of the parade today, Kevin, is a big fan of electric vehicles. So thanks, Kevin, for keeping us on the rails here, boss.
And thank you as well to our sponsors once again. We wouldn't be here without their help. Country Grocer, Dodd's Furniture and Mattress, and West Shore Dental. We really appreciate your ongoing support, bringing you all the sights and sounds.
So would you need a backup battery for the lights, or can you power both? The engine and the Christmas lights. I think it can power both. At least our director, Kevin, says it can power both. So I'm going with what he says. But fantastic. Again, thank you to, again, I'll say it correct this time, Vic Eva, but Viva!
Oh, you couldn't help yourself, I know.
Best. All right. Now, this is an entry that we cannot skip. Stacey,
yes.
It is the Island Hoppers Precision Skipping Team. They're a nonprofit organization dedicated to furthering the sport of jump rope in local communities, and they're darn good at it.
They are darn good at it, and what a nice thing to be doing on a chilly, I guess it's still November evening. The team consists of up to 40 members distributed between competitive and non-competitive jumpers. They practice 2 to 3 times a week, and their non-competitive members practice once a week on Monday evenings.
Okay, I love to see it. Have you done this before? Have you done the skip rope thing?
I can skip rope.
I suck at it.
Do you?
I love doing it because it's a great workout. They say 10 minutes of jumping rope is roughly the equivalent of running an 8-minute mile.
About 1,300 calories an hour is burned when you're jumping rope.
But I always either hit my head or my feet, so I'm not great at it. And you know what's coming up next, I believe.
This is the Island Hopper track.
Okay, we're still hopping around here. Yeah,
we are sure still hopping. Did you know, Paul, that in Japan, it's tradition for people to enjoy Kentucky Fried Chicken for Christmas?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it started as a marketing campaign in the 70s by KFC, and it's now a widely adopted tradition. Folks in Japan eating a bucket of KFC for the Christmas day.
I thought that's fantastic. I was expecting one of Stacey's jokes there, but no, that's just an interesting fact.
Fun fact.
I love that, and nothing is not interesting. I kind of did a double negative there. Very interesting. Loyal Nanaimo Bathtub Society. Yeah, we're ready to roll. Since the inaugural race back in 1967, the city of Nanaimo has been home to the great International World Championship Bathtub Race in the Nanaimo Marine Festival, where tubbers unite. Oh, look who we got there.
Just wait. I found a new ride, and I get to drive it by myself. So I've never actually done a bathtub race before, but I get to do this fun bathtub car to drive the parade. Woo!
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Tess was never seen again. No, I think that thing can go in land or water, so she's safe, right?
She's safe. That's awesome.
Good luck
and
out there, Tess.
This is awesome. I love this. The Canadian Coast Guard is here with us, the special operating agency, of course, within Fisheries and Oceans Canada. Now, this amazing float was hand-built by Jeff Cox, replicas of a large tender ship and functioning lighthouse.
That is so cool. So the ship float replica Sir Wilfrid Laurier tender ship that goes around to sites, does ice breaking up in the Arctic, resupply stations, and search and rescue as well. The real ship was built back in 1986. This is an exact replica. Estevan Point Lighthouse is a real lighthouse built in 1909. So cool. So
cool. That lighthouse is 130 feet tall, located on the southernmost point of the Hesquiat Peninsula. And we love it. We love what they've done here for sure. The Coast Guard does great work 24/7 to ensure the safety of mariners in Canadian waters and, of course, to protect our marine environment as well.
Big hello to our friends at CFAX Santa's Anonymous. That's who we saw there. Society helping local children and families in Greater Victoria at Christmas time and year-round. We've got lots of friends over there. Hi there to Al Farabee, Lisa Best. For 47 years, CFAX Santa's Anonymous has remained a cornerstone of support in the heart of Greater Victoria.
And of course their mission is to stand beside our community's children and families during their most challenging times.
And I believe behind them we've got our friends from 98.5 The Ocean. Now the Ocean 98.5 is now officially Victoria's feel-good Christmas music station. They flipped the switch yesterday.
Nice.
It's all Christmas all the time. Walking along with that group is Breakfast with AJ and Myra, host AJ Cruz, Myra Lawrence, and daytime host Paul Allen and Maddie B. That was my best radio impression. Maddie B over there.
And of course, Ocean 98.5's Christmas 50/50 is now on. They're raising money to support the Victoria Hospitals Foundation. Last year's jackpot reached over $100,000.
All right, and speaking of money, we got Power to Be, our nonprofit based out of Prospect Lake. Believe everyone belongs in nature. They are dedicated to providing access to nature for youth, families, and adults facing cognitive, physical, financial, or social barriers, and they just do such amazing work. Speaking of raising money, they just had a silent auction. They got $10,000 for just two pairs of a pair of Taylor Swift tickets alone. So they're doing such great work.
And you know, every year the parade offers just a wonderful chance for participants, staff, and volunteers to come together and feel connected with the community. They take so much pride in what they've created together. This year's float inspired by the heart of what they're all about, getting outside and into nature.
Yeah, and I love that. Everyone belongs in nature. Now, it turns out the CHEK team was a little bit late. And we're now behind the Power to Be team. There's my wife, Nikki,
Yay,
waving around. There's
Nikki,
Chadis, there's Jessica. Hey, there's my brother-in-law, Chris. Everyone, there's Jordan. There's everyone.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, my niece and nephew are there. Everyone from the Haysom family and Urquhart families out there. There's my
Rob Germain.
dad, Rob Germain. Oh, yes. Okay, so the CHEK team is here. Apparently, their car wouldn't start.
Oh, no. Well, you know what? They're here in spirit.
They made
and it's another chance for us to remind folks about our drive-through.
That's right.
That's coming up next Friday between 5 and 7. 3 locations where you can drop off non-perishable food items. You can drop off cash and new toys for kids who need it, all in support of the Salvation Army. So we're happy to do that.
So good. Okay, so knock on wood, it's not going to rain on our parade, but we do have rain in our parade because the Capital Region Female Minor Hockey Association, they're the team that competes as the Victoria Reign. This year's there's 27 Reign teams for girls age 5 to 20 from everywhere in the Capital Regional District. They do such great work. I see them around a few rinks around town stays. They're always the most respectful and have the most fun, and I'm a huge fan of the Victoria Reign.
You know what? They host free beginners programs 3 times a year as well for girls who are new to hockey, and offer other low-cost entry-level programs for beginners as well. And you know what? They're doing really, really great work. They've been recognized with several recent major awards at the local, regional, and even at the provincial level. So good on you guys.
Yeah, good going for sure. And I saw a little hockey net in there. It looked like they had Frosty set up in net. Now, I play beer league Sunday night. My team shout out the Peninsula Wings. But I think I could even score on Frosty on that net. He's not moving, but I think I could snipe one on him.
Although, I mean, what do you call a snowman with a six-pack, Paul?
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
The abdominal snowman.
I like that one. Not a flake?
Not a flake. No, he's the abdominal snowman.
All right. Coming up, we have our team from Sunbelt. We also have BC Transit coming through. You can see BC Transit. They're coming up next. And we just want to say another big thank you to our incredible team, Sunbelt Rentals and Totem Towing. Our eye in the sky, you see that camera from above. That is Marcus up there, and Sunbelt Rentals, they help make that happen, and Totem Towing. So a big thank you to them every single year. Yeah,
they've been with us for many, many years now, and boy, our parade coverage certainly benefits from being up top.
Being up top, being high. All right, we've got BC Transit. They own and operate a fleet of more than 1,000 fully accessible buses around British Columbia. I was going to say 100,000. That wouldn't be correct. More than 26 million riders every single year on BC Transit. That's more than 102,000 per weekday. Their history dates back to 1897 and the BC Electric Railway.
Amazing. That's so amazing. And I know we've got a great float coming up here behind our BC Transit friends.
Hey, it's another bridge.
It's another bridge. It is our friends at Country Grocer. And that's once more where we'll find our Tess Van Straten riding along. Tess?
All right, I'm on the Country Grocer float, and this is a brand new float this year. I'm actually getting attacked by elves because the elf tree, it just hit me again. Another elf hit me, and I was given an elf stuffy as well. But Tammy from Country Grocer is here. Tell us about your float.
It's brand new this year, and yes, we have attacking elves, but we love it, and we can't thank David Gray Sculptures enough for building it for us. Yeah.
And you guys are giving out candy canes. There has been so much candy. The kids are getting so many treats.
Yes. Yeah, we do have 2 team members handing out candy canes.
Yeah, awesome to see. The kids are so happy. So many smiling faces. Hi, guys. Bye.
Amazing. That brand new float, 26 feet long, features a giant barn, which of course is reminiscent of the Country Grocer logo we know and love, designed by the talented David Gray.
Who's a retired fisherman, David Gray. So that is very cool. Also joined by Victoria, Batman, and Robin, I believe. But yes, Country Grocer, thank you for being one of the amazing sponsors of this parade, and thanks for having a fantastic float, because that is very cool. And right behind them is the Greater Victoria Harbour Authority. GVHA's community events include 7 markets at Ship Point over the summer. They got the Dragon Boat Fest, the Race to Alaska, the Classic Boat Festival, and Swiftsure Yacht Race every single year. And what a float they have, Stace.
Yeah, they sure do. There are 1,500 bulbs on the truck and float.
It's huge.
It's huge. Songhees Nation artist Butch Dick designed the GVFA's Oracle logo associated with strong family bonds, community, and protection. It is spectacular.
It really is. Built in the fall of 2016 by Jess from their maintenance team and their Red Seal carpenter at the time, Tom Pepperell, and it just looks so cool. Hello, thank you for being such a great float. It's truly such a beautiful logo, and it works with everything. And so, so this is the one you're talking about with 1,500 bulbs on this. That makes sense to me.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. So here we are. The Island Equipment Owners Association is back. It's 60 this year. What a celebration. Of course, the truck parade and food drive goes next weekend, December 7th. A huge route this year, all the way from Ogden Point to Royal Bay, broadcasting live, of course, on CHEK, hosted by Tess Van Stratton. She'll be at the Oak Bay Village next weekend.
And what you saw going by, that's a 40-foot motorhome adorned with thousands of twinkling lights. Have been a work of heart for many years of this parade. It looks fantastic. And then behind them, we got our friends from Jenner Chevrolet, Buick GMC, a General Motors dealership that brings together truly passionate people that believe in providing value every single day. And I know the Jenner family's a strong lacrosse family. Teddy Jenner especially. They love lacrosse. They live lacrosse. And we thank them for being part of the parade again.
Absolutely. And we know that the parade this year has chosen the Mustard Seed Food Bank to raise money for. We can tell you that the Mustard Seed are here on Humboldt and Douglas. They're handing out hot chocolate, and they're collecting some much needed food and cash donations to support all the great work they do.
And it is such incredible work that they do. You can see some of the volunteers, some Santas running along. You're noticing a little bit of rain. I think I'm the one to blame for that. For my Victoria Rain, the hockey pond, it said, okay, we'll give you a little bit. Just sprinkling right now, just adding to the festive flair of the day.
Yes, it's just reflecting all the Christmas lights, isn't it?
That is very true. Oh, here we go again. So another one that you don't want to skip, or in this case, jump rope. This is the Victoria Velocity Jump Rope Team, a competitive and non-competitive jump rope squad located in the West Shore States.
Yeah, about 220 members who enjoy performing at schools and community events. They compete nationally and provincially, and they're so excited to be in the parade again this year, everywhere from 5 to 25 years of age.
That is very
team.
cool. If you want to go check them out, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram. You can see them at the Pisces Family Festival, Chemainus Market, the Serre-Mont-Lalonde community events. They're all over the place, and yeah, they certainly love doing that. What was the one that there was like a song?
Dutch?
Yeah, Double Dutch. I remember that.
Yeah, you bet. And this is Cookie's Critter Care. She is seen very often out in my neck of the woods in Machosen driving her hand-decorated car. She actually brought her neighbor Ray with her. He's 80 and wanted to be part of the fun. So welcome, Ray. I hope you're having a great parade.
Yeah.
Now, Cookie is a huge community supporter. Over 9 years, she's raised more than $70,000 for animal rescues by doing bottle drives. So we really appreciate her good work.
Yeah, you may see her walking the Esquimalt Lagoon around Halloween, dressed up in a hot dog costume, with her dogs also dressed up as hot dogs. It's a hot dog affair.
It is.
I love it. Luxterior Floors and Home Solutions sponsored Christmas celebrations for 2 nonprofit organizations called Island Tuskers and Victoria Titans last year. And again, this is their very first Santa Claus parade. So welcome to the first parade.
Yay, we're so glad you're here. All right, you know what? We talk about our sponsors. Let's talk about West Shore Dental. They are in Langford in the West Shore Town Center. They're open 7 days a week, service in 5 languages. And boy, we appreciate their ongoing support. And Paul, free parking.
Free parking. That's worth the price of anything. Free parking. Yes, go in there, get checked out, get cleaned up. And it is 30 plus years of combined experience. West Shore Dental Center, thank you very, very much for being one of our sponsors. And we've got a little bit of dancing going on now, Stan.
Yeah, we sure do. This is the Belmont Dance Company, made up of 22 dancers from grades 9 to 12. They're performing a dance combination to a medley of songs, specially picked out by the dance company. They are glowing and sporting red and white for the holiday spirit, led by their teacher, Melanie Narciso. They perform in a variety of styles, as you'll see as they come up the road and entertain us a little bit. They are going to be performing at the Greater Victoria Performing Arts Festival in UVic this spring.
Yeah, they love to dance, and we love to have them here at the parade. It is St. John Ambulance, Division 176, Victoria. They've got the ambulance all decked out with some more lights than it already has. St. John's Ambulance volunteers work in communities in every single region of this country. They're helping Canadians improve their health, safety, and quality of life through training and community service, and they're back for another year. Oh, I like that. They got the trees going down the lights there. Oh, the stockings.
There's a stocking. Very nice. They have programs for kids and young adults as well, so that's a great part of what St. John Ambulance does.
And behind Ambulance, we have École Beausoleil. École Beausoleil enjoys a unique cultural environment, surrounds itself with resources to support students in their cultural identity. Now, Madame Pole, the principal, has a fabulous sense of humor. She loves the community. She loves Christmas. I'm told she can do the moonwalk. But last year, Madame and her parents secretly turned the entire school into a winter wonderland. The last day of November, the kids and staff showed up the next morning and were in awe. So
amazing.
Pretty cool.
It really, really is. And you know what? Everybody is so into it. We can see them on the street. A little bit of sprinkly weather is not dampening the Christmas spirit here in the slightest.
No, that is awesome. I love the dancing. When they're wearing the Frosty the Snowman suit and you got the moves, you got the dance, it's tough, but it's very impressive. So that is very cool. And behind the school, we've got Hazel's Ice Cream. They're hanging out there. Family-owned ice cream business. They sell hand-dipped novelties from a solar-powered cart. And what? Have you had Hazel's Ice Cream before?
Not.
Oh, my goodness. It is so good. Now, Hazel's actually their dog, hence the name. She's in the parade as well, so keep an eye. Oh,
there she is.
Perfect timing there, Kevin. Hazel is at the parade with 4 members of the family and staff with the Willow Cart, which is affectionately named after their childhood dog who passed away. Willow Cart is a Dickie D-style cart with the bike that you see Bestie Sam and Adrian and Sam's dad. They started it back in 2020. They said, let's do it. It was always the dream of the dad to start an ice cream business. They said, let's do it. And the rest is history.
Well, you know, I love the sweets, Paul. And again, we got lovely treats from the Fairmont Empress earlier today. And one of my holiday favorites is a gingerbread cookie. But what does a gingerbread cookie use if he breaks his leg, Paul?
What does he use?
Yeah.
You got me.
A candy cane. Right?
But then what if I eat that?
Then he's in big trouble. Nowhere to go.
The cool thing about Hazel's Ice Cream, all their stuff, all solar powered, which is fantastic. All right, let's turn things over back to our elf on the shelf, Tess Van Stratton, out on the parade route. Tess.
Hi, guys. All right, I am on another boat, this time the Esquimalt ship, which is fitting for Esquimalt, with Esquimalt Mayor Barb Desjardins. Barb, you're back in the parade after a bit of a break.
Yes, we stopped just before COVID, and we're so glad to be back in the parade. We feel like we're at home.
Well, this is an amazing float, a sailing ship.
Well, our old one broke down. That was part of the reason we weren't in the parades. Now we've got this brand new float, and we're just loving it.
It's awesome. And even though it started to rain, it's not raining on our parade. We are having fun.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thanks so much, Tess. Tess there on the float from the township of Esquimalt, having a chat with Mayor Barb Desjardins.
And we want to give a big thank you to our friends over at Dodds Furniture and Mattress. Locally owned and family operated since 1977. Oh yeah, you know them, you love them. They've been Vancouver Island's #1 furniture retailer for 47 years. And the man, the myth, the legend is Gordy Dodd. Well, they've been in business since 1977, and Dodd delivers from Victoria to Nanaimo, Campbell River, all points in between. And Gordy Dodd's 26th annual Christmas dinner in support of Our Place Society will be served Friday, December 20th at 919 Pandora. Doors open at 5. Everyone is welcome. More than 25,000 meals. They are just so amazing. So thank you to Gordy Dodd and the entire Dodd's Furniture team for being sponsors again this year.
and for everything they do. If there's one business person that's recognizable in this city, it would be Gordy Dodd. So it's just incredible. CHEK is so lucky to work with him, and we've created some of the best commercials in history with Gordy Dodd over the years, I think. So here we have an entry from Berwick House. Thanks so much for being here, full of 30 lucky Berwick guests. But this, my friends, this is a new masterpiece float from Gailey Farms. Built in-house with the tech team, all new props, including giant fantasy-style berries and vegetables that they grow on the farm. And it is just, it's incredible. So, Paul, what did one cranberry say to the other at Christmas?
Oh, I don't know.
'Tis the season to be jelly.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Nicely timed when we're talking about a farm.
Right.
So yeah, Gailey Farms. Oh yeah, thanks for the honk there. Right there, we've got the team from Gailey Farms. In 2006, they got that train, which they're sitting on. So famous for that train. 6 red passenger coaches, each seating 28 riders, hauled by a replica engine CP Huntington 19th century steam locomotive. A whole lot of fun. Thank you to our friends at Gailey Farms.
Oh, always such a highlight of the parade, and the hours and hours and hours of work that it goes in to create these spectacular.
It's stunning, hey?
Oh, it really, really is.
Yes,
what
it is
fun.
Beautiful. And behind Gailey Farms, we've got the crew that kicked off the festivities tonight of the parade, and that is Stages Performing Arts. Let's have a listen.
There is the man, the myth, the legend, Gordy Dodd.
Yeah, he's calling himself Santa Gordy. Instead of Santa Baby, it's Santa Gordy. He's wearing his oh-so-festive Frosty the Snowman suit tonight. As for Don Slay, Kelly Curtis, good little elves from the Greater Victoria Festival Society. Got it all decked out for them. It looks fantastic. Giving a big wave, as Gordy Dodd always does, and giving back, as Gordy Dodd always does. As you just said, Stacey, thank you for what you do every single day.
A true pillar of the community. Yeah. His generosity really knows no bounds. That's what the theme of his float is Gordy always gives back, because he does. He plays Santa all year long.
Yes, and he also plays granddad as well. His growing family just got 3 incredible granddaughters. He is so happy. So, yes, good going to Gordy Dodd and the team there. We also have behind Gordy Dodd the Juan de Fuca Skating Club. Come skate with Juan de Fuca Skating Club, located in the Western Communities, Victoria, BC. In a Skate Canada figure skating club staffed with NCCP certified coaches. They really have so much fun out there, and you did some figure skating back in the day, didn't you? Okay.
No, the going forward part of skating is fine with me. It's the stopping that I have a challenge
Yeah,
with.
You know what? I played hockey for so many years. Stopping still sucks. I'm not great at it.
No, Tess is the figure skater. Tess has done a lot of coaching, and she's really a great skater. So.
She certainly is. And then behind them, I believe we have our team from the Capital Regional District. Of course, the CRD, the Capital Regional District, is the regional government for 13 municipalities and 3 electoral areas on southern Vancouver Island and the Gulf Islands, serving about, now this is approximately 440,000 people. So that's a pretty big job, and it's a lot of hard work, and it's, I'm sure, a lot of hard work to get all these lights on this truck. That thing's decked out.
Yeah, is it ever? It really looks great. And again, I mentioned it before, but I look at that and I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the hours spent decorating these. And I know that it's a labor of love for all the folks involved, but I'm still very appreciative of all the work that goes into putting these beautiful floats and entries together for us.
Yeah, very well said, because I think that's a good point. It's a labor of love, but labor is included in that labor of love. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and I'm sure more than a few times you put a bunch of lights on, you plug it in and say, why is that not working?
Exactly.
How come I can't see that?
No,
We've all been in there. Have you got the Christmas lights up already?
I just about finished putting the outside Christmas lights up, but I will say it was a little bit frustrating at times, but end result is so worth it.
Yeah, as long as, you still with your partner after all of it, it's all good. We've got the Universal Group here. Join the Universal Group's festive float as they light up the night with their 65-foot truck and fleet, and that's what's just coming behind that lead car. There it is, Stace.
Yeah, oh, it's fantastic. This traffic control division is the largest in the country and is here to help provide peace of mind to our communities. And so they're asking, say, come join their team to ensure that even Santa and his team are kept safe on this magical evening. Happy holidays from their hardworking team to yours.
I love that, yeah, and just so many hardworking people on this island, but so many people coming down to watch this parade. You can see a great shot there from that vantage point of just, that's 5, 6 families deep, just lining the streets, celebrating the season, wanting to kick off the Christmas and holiday season the right way, and it's certainly doing that tonight.
Yeah, it really is. What's your favorite Christmas movie, Paul?
Ooh, I got to go Home Alone.
Okay.
Yeah, Home Alone for sure. We named our dog Fuller after Fuller from Home Alone. How about yours?
Wow, that's a tough call for me. Home Alone would be right up there. But you know what? The Grinch is the highest grossing Christmas film of all time. The 2018 computer animated film brought in $512 million plus worldwide. Home Alone is the runner-up, that classic from 1990.
You know what? So we do a mic check trivia contest every year, which you're going to be taking part in. I'm thinking you're going to clean up, Stage. You're really good at this. We saw Larrick's Landscape Limited, proud supporters at the Food Bank Canada. Their truck decked to the halls with lights and decorations. Rumor has it Santa Larrick's might be in attendance. We got a little spark action there.
Yeah, I love the spark action. Now, they love parades because they bring a wonderful sense of joy, celebration, and community spirit that reminds them of the power of coming together.
Yeah, their goal is to create outdoor spaces that feel like a personal retreat where homeowners can relax and unwind. Let's go back to Tess Van Stratton with a very important group, Habitat for Humanity. Tess.
All right, so I found the best spot, I think, in the parade. I'm in the back of the Habitat for Humanity truck with a lovely gingerbread man, and I found a puppy. So perfect spot to be out of the rain. We've got a bit of rain coming down now, but boy, is this a festive atmosphere. So many people lining the streets. I think it's way more than 40,000 people along the parade route because there are so many people down here, so many kids, so many happy faces. It is lots of fun. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Tess. That's Tess and Jeff King in the back of that truck there. Or sorry, the gingerbread man. I couldn't tell who that was. I forget, but thank you, Tess.
All right, that's Habitat for Humanity. Doing great work as well, and they during May hang out at the Mayfair Shopping Center, hosted a revival of Open Door. Lots of great stuff that Habitat for Humanity has been doing all over town, fundraising in anticipation of some groundbreaking in the next couple of months. So that's something to look forward to.
That is fantastic. Now we've got so many great floats coming by. This is one of my favorite things about the Santa Claus Parade, but it can be a little tough to. The floats come flying by at any given second. So what's the one we're seeing here? I
think it's the BC Nurses Union.
That's right.
BCNU campaign bus has been used to visit healthcare settings for more than 15 years. They connect with members and reach out to British Columbians and communities right across the province. We've got nurses here from Victoria and surrounding areas. We've got senior leadership. We've got President Adrienne Gear, who calls Vancouver Island home. Thank you to all our nurses and healthcare staff who will be making us all safe and healthy this holiday.
Truly, yeah, well said, Stacey. We'd be banging pots right now if we could, but we're ringing in the season. And just before we saw the nurses, we saw Coastal Heat Pumps. So again, a big thank you to Coastal Heat Pumps as well for being part of this parade. We got Dino Lab Incorporated. Dino Lab regularly participates and helps organize STEM-based, free-to-attend events for the public. You're going to see them in many Victoria parades, and they've got all the dinosaurs that are dynamite. They're dancing it up right now, I think.
Oh my gosh, that's right. We've got the Triceratops two-steps going on there, the Maiasaura Mambo, the Stegosaurus Stomp.
They said they're rocking a prehistoric party playlist.
Yep.
They got the prehistoric party playlist going. They got Mr. and Mrs. Dino Claus, Santa's prehistoric predecessors, This is just so good.
It's so good. They collaborate and sponsor events like the Passport to Science annual event, the Swan Lake Fossil Fair, Geodiversity Fest at the Royal BC Museum. Really, really fun. What a great group.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? It feels like with that party going, we want to say a big thank you to one of the parties that make sure this happen every single year. That is Country Grocer, celebrating 40 years on Vancouver Island and Salt Spring Island. Family owned and operated. They've got 11 locations, and they're always such a remarkable sponsor of this parade stage.
Yeah, they really are, and they do so much great work in the community there. They've just recently announced their 14th annual campaign benefiting Help Fill a Dream Foundation,
which
of
awesome.
course helps Vancouver Island and Gulf Island kids facing life-threatening illnesses or conditions. So consider purchasing an island-grown Christmas tree or bouquet at Country Grocer, and purchase participating supplier product, or you can even just donate it till when you're shopping next at Country Grocer. And of course, they are proud sponsors of Cooking on the Coast as well.
I keep trying to get on Cooking on the Coast. They keep turning me down. So one of these days, I just want the samples. Wolf in the Winter. There's a doggy in there. I'm not sure if this is Wolf in the Winter, but I could watch this all day. This is Doggy POV. Parade POV.
Parade POV. And of course, making that happen, Sunbelt Rentals for us once again this year. They are our eye in the sky camera. Marcus is up there doing a terrific job capturing all those sights and sounds, totem towing. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. We really, really appreciate it.
Shout out to our friend Paul over at Totem Towing. He's a big supporter of CHEK. I know he's a big friend of Jordan Cunningham as well. So thanks for doing what you do. And now we got Wolf in the Winter. We got more Grinchies out there. There's one Grinch on the ground, one Grinch on top of the car, but Wolf in the Winter is Southern Vancouver Island's premier dog adventure company, proudly serving from North Saanich to Victoria. This is their very first parade. They say they're beyond excited to participate this year's stage.
That's awesome. I love the new entries in the parade, Paul. It's so exciting. It's growing. It may be one of the biggest Santa Claus parades ever, and I love seeing the Grinch. He's a great gardener because he's got a green thumb, right?
That was good. That was off the cuff.
It was off the cuff.
I like you're doing that. They're cruising along in one of their dog-hauling minivans, affectionately known as the Wolf Wagon, decked out in festive Grinchy theme. Thank you for being a part of the parade.
And coming up next, we have Van Isle Paint. They proudly run a charitable department called Project Blueprint.
Yeah.
That's where they partner with local organizations to provide paint and restoration services to community spaces in need, giving back to the places, making Victoria one of the most beautiful historic destinations in the world. And there's nobody who's arguing that with that spectacular scenery in the background.
Yeah,
Paul.
it is so cool. So their float is exactly 66.5 feet. That sounds like someone who's taken that trailer onto a BC ferry. You gotta be approximate. I mean, exact with that. They specialize in delivering high-quality painting solutions to residential, commercial, and community-focused organizations. Fantastic. Thanks to Van Isle Paint for always being a big supporter of the parade.
All right. Thank you, Van Isle. And I hear we have Get Out of Your Head, Ayurveda head massage.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby's here. She's generously donated some gift certificates to support nonprofit organizations that help women, children, and families, and the performing arts as well. Now, this is an Indian head massage. It's healing art rooted in Ayurveda medicine that's been practiced in India for over 4,000 years.
I'm listening. That's something that I could get behind right at this moment.
I had you at massage. Is that right?
100%. But thank you to them for joining us again. And we have Oceanside Security. They were just behind that. Now we've got Pacific Rim Field Lacrosse.
We also saw Hearing Life there just in advance of the youngsters there with Pacific Rim Lacrosse. That's a community field lacrosse association providing opportunities for young athletes. They average 200 registered youth players a year, 17 and under.
So cool. Yeah, they're here with a mix of players, coaches, parents taking part in their second consecutive parade. They got some drummers. Let's listen in.
This is the Harmony Project, the Soup Drum Line, who are not drumming at the moment. They'll be doing plenty of drumming as they carry on down the parade.
Little drummer boys just holding off for a second.
You go.
You can get tired.
Thanks so much to the Drumline, part of the Harmony Project, for from Souk. It's a program committed to community development through music.
And now we got the Saanich Skating Club of Victoria Skating at Perks Arena. Saanich Skating Club of Victoria has been operating for more than 40 years under the umbrella of Skate Canada. They do such amazing work. Third time in the parade and third time's the charm. They got a walking group donning red, white, and black club jackets, and they're handing out, they say, more than 3,000 candy canes en route.
Nice! Do you know that candy canes date back to 1670, Paul?
Well, there we go. There's the candy canes making their way out to the crowd.
I didn't know this myself. It was from history.com, but apparently a choir master of a cathedral in Germany used to give red and white candies to the kids to keep them quiet during the service.
Why are you handing me a candy cane right now, Stacey? What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
Membership ranges from preschool to adult age skaters. Saanich Skating Club. They are awesome. They do great work. Thank you for joining us at the parade. Now we've got some gymnastics happening now. Gymnastics and fitness classes for individuals of all ages and abilities. Their artistic expression. Gymnastic routines are a blend of athleticism and artistry with music and choreography enhancing the performance. I love that.
I do, you know, and I admire these young athletes so much because it's one thing to do it in a gym, you know, in a nice, soft, squishy floor. Another thing to do it on the hard asphalt here on the parade route.
Yeah, that would be a little bit cold, a little bit hard, but I think I can maybe do a cartwheel. I'm going to say that. We just had someone say, "We love you, Stacey," from the parade.
All right, enough of that. Let's move on to CFB Esquimalt. I love you too, man. 80,000 lights on this 80-foot float. It's an International Eagle tractor, 53-foot step deck equipment trailer. It is breathtaking.
Oh, it's kind of got that Tim Allen look. I think what you're talking about. That's a model replica of Halifax glass frigate, and I believe Tess Van Stratton is on board.
I finally made it onto the D&D float. This is the military float we've been talking about. More than 80,000 lights are on this float. And this is Brian, who has spent hundreds of hours on it. He works at D&D. Tell us, how much time have you put into this?
We started about the middle of October, and we had already had some of the stuff left from last year that we didn't have to redo. So I figure there's probably 600 or 700 hours of just labor on my part.
Your part, 600 or 700 hours, and other people helping too. So amazing, but it spreads so much joy. Back to you guys.
Now that's the longest single trailer in the parade, Paul, and it has the working water cannons that are so cool.
They were just using it for misting, I think. I don't think they're shooting it with water cannon. Could get in trouble, but also, yeah, CFB, D&D, Esquimalt. Fantastic. And behind them, we have Campus Infinities Victoria, who pride themselves on exceptional customer service and making guests feel like family. And I spy with my little eye a pirate ship making its way into the screen stage.
Yes, you do. Right behind the Vancouver Island Health Authority is the epic Morgana. Proudly based in Esquimalt, owned by the Miller and Jessen families. Of course, they are happy to call it their own, named after the amount of Captain Morgan rum that was consumed while this was being built.
Okay, so here we're looking at the pirate ship. This is probably my favorite float just because it's got the backstory. So the first iteration, it was a smaller Honda Civic that was built out of it. Purchased for $50 over 18 years ago. The Civic gave out, a new Morgana was then built. The current one made from a retired dollar store delivery van that was donated. Now, like a good pirate, this labor of love is built from things they can beg, borrow, or steal. They promise us they didn't steal it. But they've got a little water cannon going. Morgana lives in the Helmsman founder Mark Millard's backyard in his custom-built shed. It is so cool. They do it because they love it, and then they love coming out and being part of the parade, which is what it's all about, Stace.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, you can just see it in the kids' faces as they watch the Morgana go by. Their eyes are big as saucers. They're like, what the heck? But they love it so much.
Oh. The party's on. When you party like a pirate, I like it. Vancouver Island Health Authority, we want to give them a big shout out for being involved. They're always involved. They're fantastic. Vancouver Island Health Authority, one of British Columbia's 5 regional health authorities, more than 30,000 staff, 2,000 physician partners, and 3,000 volunteers. They got time, skills, and experience to offer the organization, and they do such great work, so thank you.
And Island Health is the largest employer on Vancouver Island.
Which is so cool. Yeah, VHA. If someone said, oh, where do you work? I work at VHA. A lot of people say that, and it's fantastic. So thank you for what you do. And now we're partying out there. We got T-shirts. We're throwing everything out here. This is Sunny Education and Service Corps Days.
Yeah, it is. Together for a joyful Christmas. That's
Chuck me one.
Their main slogan. But I think this might be Ambrosia Banquet and Events, Paul, as their 25-foot-long float. 14 people taking part today. A unique and local event space in the heart of downtown Victoria. They take great pride in hosting community events like fundraising for kids' tournaments, Diwali, and so people away from their home countries can come and experience the culture with their kids, and they're having a party. Let's listen.
So good. Shout out to Ambrosia Banquet and Events. Yeah, their float was 25 feet long. It felt like it was 2,500 feet long. They had the party going. It was good. And behind them, we have the City of Langford, which, of course, they love to bring their Langford trolley along. The trolley service used to run as a daily shuttle in Langford. It's now used for special events like the amazing parade. They've got the reindeer in the back of the truck. And a big thank you to the City of Langford for taking part.
Absolutely. Accompanying the trolley today is Mayor Goodmanson, members of council, and city staff along with their families. And that trolley, by the way, runs on biodiesel, so it's an eco-friendly fuel that helps reduce greenhouse gases, too.
Very cool. I see some superheroes kicking around there, giving out high fives, some knuckles, some candy canes. Really good. And again, a really quick thank you to our amazing sponsors who make this happen. Of course, we're talking Sunbelt Rentals, Totem Towing, West Shore Dental, Country Grocer, Dodds Furniture and Mattress. You make this happen, and we thank you so much. Another ambulance going by, and oh, look at that. I thought that was a person in there for a second. I'm like, can I get in that? That's a no, Paul.
That's a no, Paul. BC Ambulance Service paramedics would be required to extract you from that little vehicle if you actually got in. The ambulance paramedics at BC QP 873. More than 4,500 paramedics and emergency dispatchers work for BC Emergency Health Services all over the province. And, of course, we have a duty ambulance that's been lovingly decorated with lights, and we can enjoy that during our parade today.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You saw that bear there? They call him Baramedic.
Yeah, they do.
Which is the best mascot name going, because I'm a big pun guy. Walking the parade route with their RC Tahoe, and they bring that to public events. So that's the little one. That's the mini Tahoe. They bring it to the events. It goes around. They do awesome. They serve 24/7. 365, making BC Ambulance one of the largest, busiest, and most versatile emergency service agencies in all of North America. Yes, they are the bare necessities of what we need in life. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Paul.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, this is the Glen Shiel Housing Society, a nonprofit. They provide affordable housing for independent seniors. They're here joining us with a 12-passenger van, I believe, coming up behind here.
Yeah. Glen Shiel built in 1908, 1909 in the style of a turn-of-the-century European hotel, as we see St. Margaret's School for Girls go by as well. Again, there's so many, this parade is so fast and so quick, and I love it, but sometimes you might miss one go by, so we're waving, we're smiling, we're enjoying the parade, but trying to catch them all. This is the British Columbia ambassadors as well, so thank you. But yes, Glen Shiel Housing, you mentioned, they've got that 12-passenger van, which is so key.
And St. Margaret's School as well.
Yes.
300 students from 26 countries attend that great school. We saw the BC Ambassador Program. Oh, there's the truck from St. Margaret's right there.
Yeah, St. Margaret's truck there. And then at the back there, you saw it just coming in the final shot there, Victoria Marine Rescue Society. And again, the Society Marine SAR and Prevention Group, they are unbelievable. Highly skilled volunteers dedicating their time to provide 24-hour year-round emergency search and rescue service on the Victoria waterfront and so much further. I know you've got to do some work with them in the past with some stories, and they truly are just incredible, aren't they?
They really are. They're so dedicated. There's so much training involved, years and years and years of training before they can actually be involved in this society and actually go out there and rescue people. But they do it.
Yeah.
You know, they do it because they love it and they want to give back. And this is a bit mystical.
Yes,
mystical.
we're going from heroes to fairies.
To fairies.
I love that.
This is the Wand Fairy Events, Inc. They have assembled a super team of people who want to bring some magic and enchantment to Greater Victoria. They're a burgeoning guild of visionaries passionately committed to crafting enchanting experiences through fantasy-themed markets, fairs, festivals, and other delightful gatherings.
I love that. You can join them on their inaugural journey with the Fairy and Fantasy Fair, Wings and Whimsy.
Why are you saying it like
I
that?
don't know. It felt right. Felt natural. That's set to take place on April 12th, 2025 at the Mary Winspear Center out in Sydney there. I love this. You know what? Like, I didn't know this group existed. Now I do, and I'm better for it.
Absolutely.
Good for them.
And that promises to be a really great day out at Mary Winspear in April, filled with enchantment featuring fantastical vendors, workshops, and interactive experiences that will ignite the imagination.
Ooh, I love that. Sounds fantastic. And right there, we've got Coastline Church. Coastline Church exists to help people take the next step in their spiritual journeys. They're always a big supporter of the parade, and it is getting close, Stacy, to
the
big
moment,
man.
the
Yeah.
big man.
We're getting. I don't want to give it away yet.
Okay.
But
Good.
yes, an exciting moment is about to
Exciting.
happen as we see our team there from Thrifty Foods. They bring the big buggy out, and their community support also includes the Sendal program and the Community Action Fund created to help support immediate needs in the towns that they serve. They are one of the main sponsors there in Thrifty Foods. Thank you for what you do.
Absolutely. The crew is so excited to see families lining the streets of Victoria once again during this 42nd annual Santa Claus Parade. Now the team on site handing out candy canes and spreading some holiday happy.
I love. How many groceries do you think you can fit in that?
Oh, well, enough to last me for a weekend, probably.
I can make a pretty decent Costco run there, I think. Yeah, pretty good. And then behind Thrifty Foods and their big old buggy, as it makes a way by us, is the O'Brien Irish Dancers. Their dancers perform around community and throughout the year. Last year, they performed for more than 40 senior care centers. How cool is that? I love that. Community markets, Christmas light-ups. They got the dancing going. Let's have a little listen.
Irish dance, of course, has deep roots in Celtic culture dating back centuries. Many of the traditional steps and movements can be traced to ancient rituals and celebrations.
I've been to Ireland and I've tried Irish dancing.
How'd you do?
Well, nothing. Not the actual Irish dancing. I just tried dancing when I was in Ireland after the pub.
Okay.
It wasn't good. Machosen Farmers Institute. Now, this is your neck of the woods, Stacey, and I know we love them every year because they host the Luxton Spring and Fall Fairs, provide space and resources for community groups, green space for public use. But I'm going to give the rest to you because this means a lot to you, doesn't it?
It sure does. It's part of my growing up out there at Luxton Fairgrounds. I was there many dozens of times as a youngster, and we're looking at the stunning 1905 45 horsepower case steam tractor engine, rebuilt and lovingly maintained by the Luxton Antique Farm Equipment Club. Now we've got garden tractors as well. There's reindeer there. The case steam tractor was originally brought over from Saskatchewan, actually, by a collector and passed on to the Luxton Fairgrounds to maintain. Now, the Luxton Antique Farm Equipment Club is just one of the groups that uses that Luxton Fairgrounds for meetings and workshops for their equipment. They're always looking for new members and raising money to restore even more cool old tractors.
I love that. That is so cool, and they've wrapped it. It's beautiful. Oh, we got bubbles. Yes, we got bubbles. Well, that is not the bubble guy, but the bubble guy is who's providing that. He's got some helpers as well. So the bubble guy's Bubble Solutions. You can find him on YouTube. Look up YouTube Bubble Guy. You're going to find him. Bubbles making its way, and that is the lead up to Santa Claus. We got bubbles. We got Claus. It's a match made in heaven.
Look at the size of that bubble. The largest bubble they've ever created was roughly the size of 2 fire trucks end to end. And the farthest one of their bubbles has traveled is 1.5 kilometers. That's crazy.
Oh, that thing can make its way 1.5. I think that thing is a beast. And yes, what a way to welcome Santa Claus, then with the Bubble Guy and the Bubble Guys team. You know they love it. They certainly love to do it, but it is setting the stage for the big man himself and not the big woman, but the big man's wife.
Careful,
I think that's how we say. Yeah, I didn't want to say big woman. The big man and his beautiful wife.
Absolutely.
And this is led, of course, by Peninsula Co-op. Santa and Mrs. Claus. They're going to be kicking things off officially. It's Peninsula Co-op, proud sponsor of the 42nd Santa Claus Parade. Thrilled to share this event with the communities they serve. And I believe that Tess Van Strat, because she's an elf.
Of course, where else would she be?
I believe.
Other than with Santa Claus right now.
Oh, she's there.
To be here. We love Victoria. It's such a wonderful city to come and visit, and the people here are so friendly. And I understand one of you was on the naughty list this year.
We were.
Is that right?
We were wondering if Stacy or Paul were on the nice list or the naughty list, Santa.
Well, I think it's one of each is the story I've got in my book. Is that true?
I think it is.
All right.
I think it is. And I think I know who's on the naughty list.
But we love it here. Thank you, Victoria, for coming out tonight. It's such a pleasure to be here. And we want you to be kind to others and be happy and peaceful. And we'll see many of you Christmas Eve. But when Santa comes to your house, I know you'd like to peek. But you know he will never come until you're fast asleep. Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho!
Santa, what's your favorite thing about Christmas?
Oh, I love the lights and everything, but the thing that puts the biggest smile on my face is seeing the children's beaming smiles to have such a wonderful thing and get your heart's desire for Christmas Day. So happy holidays to everybody. Be kind to one another, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Amazing. Santa, Mrs. Claus, Tess, thank you so much.
That's an exclusive interview. Tess Van Stratton with Santa Claus. That's a good get, Tess. Well done.
Absolutely. Knock, knock, Paul.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Yahoo! It's almost Christmas.
You know what? And it is Yahoo as well. It's not Yeehaw. I lived in Calgary, went to the Stampede, and I found out it is Yahoo and not Yeehaw, because Yeehaw is American. So yes, Yahoo is what they say at the Calgary Stampede. Around here we say ho, 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 because that is the big man indeed. Again, just another shout out to Peninsula Co-op. This year alone, they've supported more than 160 various charity groups and events on the island, and they've just got such an amazing team, Tab.
Yeah, they really do. Every year able to give back $500,000 to local initiatives. They support everything from nonprofits and charities to youth sports and education programs. We're so grateful. Santa and Mrs. Claus just making their way past our location right now on that beautiful float, courtesy of Peninsula Co-op. One more time, we've got to thank our sponsors,
yes.
Country Grocer, Dodd's Furniture and Mattress, West Shore Dental, Sunbelt Rentals, Totem Towing. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful parade once again.
Yeah, and Victoria Police, of course, giving the police escort to Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. And that's just going to wrap it up. It happens quick, it's fast, it's furious, but it is fantastic. And Stacey, for me, what's really cool is you see so many families out here. They're starting to dissipate here, at least in the downtown area. The parade route is still going to continue, but just from our vantage point, you see so many families, young people, middle-aged people, older people, smiles on faces. Everyone's so happy. That's what the season's all about, and it's just such a blast to be out here, and it's an honor to be able to host this parade with you. It's really fun.
Right back at you. It's one of my favorite events of the year, and it really kicks off the holiday season for me. And before we sign off, once again this year, thanks to Kelly Curta and the Greater Victoria Festival Society, the Fairmont Empress, who've been terrific hosts once again, Lisa McPhail, thank you so much. And thanks to our team, Lindsay Nielsen, we've got Kevin, we've got all our folks in the control room, all our hardworking
Lindsay
guys.
standing behind the camera right now. She's like, wrap it up, guys. I think we're done.
All the folks who've been here for hours and hours and hours to bring this coverage to you. We're so grateful, and we're so grateful for you to being with us to celebrate the 42nd annual Peninsula Co-op Santa Claus Parade. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Paul, thank you for being with me here tonight.
Yes, Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays, and thanks so much for having us. It was
Merry
a blast.
Christmas, everyone. Take care. We'll see you soon.
See you next year.